Hello, Rene. Good
Yes,
evening.
good
Good
morning,
evening.
Raphael.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon to everyone here. Hello, hello.
Great to see you, Rene. Great to see you. Thank you for coming a bit early. Can you see everyone?
You're very welcome. It's great. Yeah, I can see everyone here too. Hello, everyone.
רנה ליאו, LD4, מהשותפים הוותיקים באופילנס, אם אני זוכר נכון, 18 או 19 שנה כבר באופילנס, נחשב למיליונר הצעיר ביותר באופילנס גלובל. הוא עושה הכנסה של 5 ו-6 ספרות באופן די קבוע, וכולנו צריכים להכיר אותו. יצא לכם לראות את הכתבה ששיתפתי, שהתפרסמה עליו בסוף שבוע האחרון, ואת הסרטון האחרון שלו ושל סנז שמדברים על המבצע שלנו, שדווקא עליו רציתי לדבר היום, אבל זה יחכה. ואנחנו הולכים לפגוש אותו גם בדובאי. So, Rene Liaw, again, thanks very much for being here, LD4. I think it's the first time for many of our people here from the small team in the group that we are to meet you in person via Zoom. So thanks very much for that. And I think first of all, I'm gonna just take the spotlight off so you and I can see the Israeli group.
Yes, amazing.
So first of all, we've got our dearest Ronen Trifon, LD3, that you've known
Ronan.
for a long time. I must, in this opportunity, in front of you, point out that Ronen has been serving our little community diligently in the last 6 months, especially, even prior to that, obviously, but definitely in the 6 months since our last convention. We've got Yulia Alexashin here, we got LD1 Galit Biton here, that you probably know the names and the faces, and most of the group here are still maybe unfamiliar, working for a few years, some of them, and some of them just for a few months. But I'm presenting the people here because it is a very important opportunity for me to get you acquainted with the largeness of our group, which is maybe not as large as might be expected.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Raphael. And of course, I had to just commend you and, of course, LD3 Road Interphone's leadership here, of course, in doing amazing things. Again, good evening. I'm going to speak slower than I usually do. So hopefully that everyone can understand me. I did want to say that, despite being a small group, for, of course, God, he had 12 disciples, and now we have billions of followers, I believe. So, and, oftentimes, it's usually just a few handful of key people that can move an entire country. And so, I'm just so happy to be able to see all your faces. We have an amazing group here, of course, in Israel. And just wanted to get a chance to come, of course, and say hello to all of you. I know that I've had the pleasure of course, seeing Itamar on the last cruise as well, too, and some of the other events. And I do recognize a few other faces. Of course, Yulia, you're no stranger to me either. It's been many years, of course, working with you too. And some of the names I cannot read here, but your faces do look familiar somehow, on Facebook or something. And just wanted to come and say hello. I know that um, I had planned actually many years ago with Ronan for me to come and visit Israel. And it was that same year, I think, in 2019, that the COVID came, and that kind of stopped everything for a while. And yeah, so I was just speaking, of course, with Raphael, and of course with Ronan as well too. In fact, I was actually with Ronan in Thailand, I think it was last year, and he whispered into my ear, Renee, if you're going to be in Dubai, probably it's a good idea to go and visit Israel because it's so close to Dubai. And so, I was speaking to Raphael because I think it would be great to be able to be with you all, and just visit, of course, Israel, and just try to help you guys in any way possible, shape, or form. Yeah, it's not my first time working with a market that I don't speak their language. Thailand, for example, I don't speak Thai, but we're able to do really big things together. So, I just wanted to come on today and just say hello. I know that Itamar had planned perhaps next week any kind of training topic that you would love to hear. I believe that with the leadership you have from Raphael and Ronan and Yulia and the rest of the people here, you have enough training already. Maybe sometimes hearing it from a different person's mouth sticks in a bit differently sometimes. And so, yeah, I just want to, offer you my time and service, however which way possible. And hopefully my English was understandable. Is everyone okay with my English so far?
Yeah,
It's
it's amazing. It's amazing. Thanks very much, Renee.
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
You're very welcome.
if we can, take the opportunity, because the highlight of today, there's a few of them, which you actually talked about them in your last video with Sanaz. So obviously we got the two build assist that we're talking about, and we still need some maybe clarification and some motivation regarding coming to Dubai. For now, we just made a head count, and we've got, I think it was 8 or 9 people altogether that bought tickets or just about to buy a ticket. So if you got anything to say that maybe will help
Yes.
decide if they do want to come or not, so that would be great.
Yes, yes. So thank you for that guidance and reminder, Raphael. Yeah, so if you have not yet bought your tickets to Dubai, please do and buy it right away because usually, I think the last time I heard there's about 20 left. I know that more have bought since then. And so you just don't want to be in a situation where the tickets are sold out. So yes, just if you have not bought your tickets yet, please do buy it as soon as possible. And just because
That was very
when you
cool.
go
I don't know
to
if you pay attention. Please do buy it. That was cool. Dubai.
yeah, oh yeah, please do buy it. Yeah, please do buy the Dubai tickets. And it's I just cannot stress how important it is to attend the company's conference because you really see the much bigger picture. For a lot of markets who don't have, for example, a corporate presence yet, sometimes you're just sort of in your own market, in your own team, building away. And it's not until you go to the conference and you see how many other countries are there, what people are doing, how big the market is growing, and it usually sets a fire under your butt, and it gets you just to a whole new level. So definitely, yeah, do buy your Dubai tickets. And then of course, yeah, the promotion we have right now is absolutely insane. I just got back from New York on Thursday, so today's Sunday, and because the vouchers was a fantastic deal, But the downside to the vouchers, of course, was that there was no wholesale profit. There's no sign-up bonus, right? And so the new LAP promotion, where you get the 5 free Fountain of Life plus the 5 more free Divine bottles, it's an amazing deal. It's actually one of the biggest deals that I've ever seen. Even in the past, you might have gotten 6 bottles of FOL, maybe a family pack, but Divine, this over here, costs more than Fountain of Life. So you're getting 5 of these and 5 free Fountain of Life. And so people are just, grabbing that package as much as possible. Whether you're going to buy it and use it for yourself, or you want to buy it to resell it, this is a great way of getting products much cheaper. Or, of course, you have someone else that wants to launch. And so that's for the promotion. And yeah, the last part, I don't want to take up too much of your time today, but we have the Dubai conference, April 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th. And so I was speaking with Raphael, because usually when I go to a market, we do the meetings on the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I understand that in Israel, you don't. Yeah. Maybe please have someone just sort of mute their line there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I believe that, of course, in Israel, you don't do meetings, of course, on those days. And so I was thinking, if I were to come, and this is something that we can, of course, decide together. Then right after the Dubai event, I'm looking at my calendar right now, it would be April 29th and April the 30th. So that's a Wednesday and Thursday, right after the Dubai event. And so I just wanted to share that idea with all of you. Since we don't do the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's too long for me to wait another week to go into May, I thought about doing the event with you, April 29, 30. We could do a whole day event or just the evening. And I don't know if you have this conception where you believe that we have to get a room full of 50, 100 people. That would be ideal, of course, but I also understand with you going to Dubai, you're going to be busy there. If all we did on the 29th and 30th was all day meetings, like I'm very open basically to how we can use my time there in New York, just to let you know, because it's a very new market for us. It's much newer than Israel. I'm in my hotel, and people from 9:30 in the morning, they keep bringing in people, 2, 3, 5, 7, whatever people, and we do meetings all the way until about 9, 10 p.m. And we're launching packages, they're buying products. So just wanted to put it out there that I'm very flexible to how you want to run the meetings if I do come to Israel. So despite the normal protocol of having hotel meeting room, so just wanted to leave the idea with you. And I know that Raphael wanted to, of course, also consult all of you being the core team in Israel. And I would love to just get a chance to get to know more of you. I cannot wait to see you more, of course, in Dubai and get a chance to really know each and every one of you and work together to help you guys get to your next dreams and goals. All right. So, Rona, I see your hands are up. LD3 Rona, maybe you can share a few words too. Thank you.
Well, actually, I was just pulling seniority for a second over Rafael, as it's his call and majority of his incredible work here. But I just wanted to add to what you said that we all have to remember that having an LD4 and above coming into our environment, into our market, is very powerful on its own, especially if it is the number one LD4 in the company. which is obviously a very, very busy individual. Not only has 2 kids that he's still raising, they're not like mine old. And he has a wife that he needs to take care of. And between all of that, 50,000 markets, and he's going everywhere. So we need to remember that if we don't take this window, it might be 6 months. We can put pressure for it to be less, but it might be at least 6 months before he can actually fit into his world tours that he's doing. So it is something I wanted for everyone to take into account, and to thank you, Rene, for putting that time, for acknowledging the incredible work that Rafael and Galit and the rest of the leaders are doing in Israel, because they deserve it. They working very hard, and they're incredible. I wish we had a lot more of the people. We just had a very strong leader, LD1, that is just in a memorial ceremony for a very close family member. Maybe Rafael can help me. I don't remember if it's mother or father or
grandmother.
Grandmother. Good. It's at least a second generation. So there's still really good people that we're working on getting to Dubai, just in case, because the more of us we can get there, I'm sure we can steal a little bit of time from you, the same as the Thai group is doing and everybody else, so at least the people that are coming to Dubai are going to have you. Regarding most of the people that are not on the call now, the ones that will maybe not be in Dubai, that is really the real people we want to ask. But yeah, I wanted to say thank you. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Rene, and thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Rene, can I ask you a couple of questions? Can I use your time?
Of course, please, yeah.
Okay, a couple of things. First of all, we want to know, because regarding Dubai, we got the 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, and we were wondering if there's anything planned beside the corporate planning for these days on the following day before, because some people gonna want to stay in Dubai maybe for a day or two. So we want
Right.
to actually maybe have a gathering while we're in Dubai, because that's the first thing, if you can.
Yeah, so to answer the question, I think there's nothing like officially planned in that sense. I know certain people just decided to add a few extra days, maybe just go and sightsee a little bit themselves. I know that I believe that the Thailand team, because they have a Niranat, who's the Asia operations manager, I think they did organize their own little tour thing. But so aside from the Thailand team that has their own tour thing because they all speak Thai, then everyone else is just sort of in the city, maybe go here, go there, but nothing official. No official plans. There's no group booking excursions. No, none of that stuff, except
Okay.
for the Thailand team that did their own. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, because we were still trying to figure out if we can actually have a group day, maybe with you, just a few hours, or with you or with someone else, while
Actually, do
you're
you
on the.
want me to ask our Asia manager if we could squeeze more people? Because I believe I'm going with them on the 27th. Because they asked me ahead of time to join them on their own excursion. I can try to ask them if they can book more people into their plan. I believe what they were planning was somewhere because they're staying one more night plus their excursion. I think it was around like 1,000, 1,200, 1,300 Canadian dollars for what they planned for the whole day. Um, and so, I think it's on the 27th on the Monday. So I don't fly until I think the 28th, but I was going to change my flight basically. And so if we wanted to do something on the 28th, maybe, let me know. And we could all fly from Dubai to Israel. I don't know if there's like a red-eye flight or something. or an evening flight. But yeah, that's why we can maybe plan things right now together.
Thanks. So we're still gathering it like as an idea because we're still working out who's coming and when is coming and when is he leaving. Okay. And something else, I think it could be a good opportunity. We were just discussing before the challenges people have when just joining Opulence and joining the, and we're trying to shift from the culture we have in Israel of selling retail, and Israel is doing excellent with retail, Fountain of Light, following Divine, following other products, all the silver, micro silver products, etc.
Amazing.
But what we're trying, and with a lot of help from Ronen in the last 6 months, is to shift the consciousness of the culture from retail to building a network. One of the suggestions and the methods of operation we normally suggest is, clear your time and have 3 hours, 5 days a week. And if you'll do that, we'll help you, make the list, go on the phone, do whatever activity is required. We'll be there with you to back you up. And yet, it seems like the biggest challenge for most people, and I think I'll say everyone, but you can't say everyone, but to do that step and commit and get results. So what could be your take on that for the new partner, or the old partner that is still trying to kick in his business? I'd love to hear your take on that.
Yeah, it's actually very interesting and by the way, congratulations to the team here for being very good at doing retail sales. And it's actually quite surprising for me, in the sense that most markets, for example, in New York, when someone looks at this product, it's almost like the first question they ask me is this also direct sales? Is this network marketing? Is this MLM? And of course, the answer is yes. And so people right away want to become members because they know I can get the product cheaper and I can make money. So if you are already very effective at selling retail, the thing to be careful with is you don't want to convert every customer into a member, especially if they're not business minded. Like the last thing you want is to convert a retail customer into a member. You make that one-time wholesale profit, it's juicy, but then they just buy wholesale from now on. And in the long run, you're actually making less from that person. So what I always do with all of my customers is I ask them a very simple question. And I think this question, actually, Ronan had developed this question, and I got it from him. He says, if I could share with you a way where you could join me in sharing this product, but you can make an extra stream of income, would that be of interest to you? Or you could join me and opening up the entire Israel market and make some huge money together, would that be of interest to you? And I think if you were to ask that question, you would have a lot of people who would say yes to that. And that's where you call Ronan, you call Raphael, you call me. We do, or Julia or Itamar, we do a presentation on the business part to your people. And so, in other words, to make it real simple, you want to find the person who has the drive to make money. Not to save money, and buy wholesale, but to make money. And you can find out by just asking one little question, which is, would you be interested in joining with me, partnering with me in opening up the entire Israel market and making some huge money together? And if they say yes, then you right away you want to show them the business.
Okay, so I'm just going to translate here because I got a message that they asked me to translate this message.
Please.
אז מה ששאלתי את רנה, ועדיין לא הגענו לעיקר השאלה, אבל איך אנחנו מתגברים על העניין הזה של לעבור מלבנות שוק שהוא מבוסס על מחירות לבניית רשת. ומה שרנה אמר זה שמשפט שרונן עזר לו לנסח או חשף בפניו, שאומר את זה בפשטות, כי בסך הכל הבן אדם כבר מכיר את המוצר ואוהב את המוצר, והשאלה המתבקשת היא, אם יכולתי לשתף איתך דרך שבה גם אתה יכול להצטרף אליי כשותף, וביחד לפתוח את השוק כזה או אחר, או להרחיב את מעגל הלקוחות ולעשות הרבה כסף, האם זה היה מעניין אותך? ודבר מסוים שרנה ציין זה שהחיפוש צריך להיות אחר לא בן אדם שמחפש לחסוך כסף ולקנות בזול, אלא בן אדם שיש לו מוטיבציה לייצר כסף ולפרוץ את המשוכה הזאת. אבל זה עדיין לא בדיוק מה שאני רציתי להגיע עם רנה, אז אני אמשיך. רנה, thank you for that. I still want to dig in a bit more, okay? Because answering this question, that's like a yes question. That's like 90% people will say yes. Okay, yes, I want to do, it's easy to commit when it comes in a conversation, when you're just joining. It's much, much, much harder to do it on the second day, on the second week, on the second month, or in the second year, when you still don't have your list of partners or customers. And I think the obstacle, not the obstacle, the challenge, maybe the challenge, okay, we're seeing is that people would say they want to commit, but they will not commit for these 3 hours, 5 times a day, or 2 hours, 5 times a day,
right,
or 2 hours, 2 days a week, and any combination that will get them to sit, write a list, contact people, speak to strangers. So I think that's the obstacle we're trying to cross.
Overcome, right.
Yeah.
That's a great question. In fact, it happens in a lot of different markets. I almost wish to spend like a whole hour next Sunday and doing a full training for you guys on this one topic itself. But to give you a short, quick snippet of the solution to overcome this obstacle is people won't make a list, or you won't make a list. You won't call people if you don't have what we call really there's two parts. One is your own why as to why you're doing this business. That's number one. To be very clear on what you want to achieve with this business. For example, if you knew that this business could give you everything you wanted, and by not doing it, you would feel the pain of not achieving those goals, that's a big enough drive. So either you don't have your why very clear in your mind, what you're trying to achieve, a very specific goal and dream, or I don't think it's a second one, but it's your belief in the product. If you're not talking to every single person you pass by, it means that your belief in this product it might be good, but it's not the greatest. Because anytime I see anyone, even on the street, I want to meet this person and just share with them the fountain of life, because I know that this product will help them. And so the short answer is either you have to make your why so strong. Like, for example, me knowing that I won't be able to, be with my children, take them across the world, leave with them a legacy, give them an easy life, or seeing them struggle, seeing them not happy, not having, the best education or the best tennis or the best anything, that drives me to not stop what I'm doing. And the pain of not providing that to my family is what keeps me going every single day, right? And the second part, though, is whenever I see someone out there, I keep thinking in my head, oh, I can really help this person. I can really help this person. And when you just want to share the product with them and you are not attached to the yes or the no, if they reject you, if you don't care about that, that's how you build a massive business. So if you're not making a list, it's either because your belief yet is not, maybe it's here, but it needs to be here, right? Maybe your belief in the product is here. Maybe some of you are here, but it's got to be at the very peak where you just have to share with everyone. It's as if this product just saved your life because it saved other people's lives. We know that. It has to be as if the product has saved your life and you just have to share it with everyone else. That's one part of it. And the second part is, again, what we just talked about is you cannot afford to not make this work. And we can go through those drills and those trainings with your team, maybe next Sunday. All right, Raphael, let me know.
I don't know if I'm going to survive till next Sunday, but Ronen, just before I bring you up, I see you got your hands up. I just want to see that Yulia, she was. Did you get an answer for your question, Yulia? She was asking how.
Half an answer because I think that we should get a training on that topic. How do I strengthen my belief on myself, on the product, on the company? Like even if you are like a very old partner, I'm here for 7 years, and it's always like you need to strengthen your why and to strengthen your belief in yourself and in the product. Like I know the product is good and I will never give it up, but the level of the belief is not high enough for me to go like a crazy person, run around and tell everyone about it. So yes.
Thank you, Yulia. Did you get that, Rene?
Yes, I did. And Yulia, you're not alone in that. Like you're not alone in that, but it's not actually a very hard thing to work on. And like for example, there's people like Henry Schoen, for example, who's a TCM, but because his nature is as a naturopath, and people are always coming to him, he's always helping people. He has a reoccurring, a nonstop cycle of confirmation that the product is working miracles for his people, right? And so if we're not in that same cycle where we have customers who try it, and who have amazing stories, then there's a few different techniques that we can do to raise your belief. One, of course, is to be really active on the Fountain of Life testimonial page. Always be going over the testimonials. We have the testimonial call every Wednesday morning, which is your Wednesday. It should be your Wednesday around 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, around 4 p.m. your time. And the FOL testimonial call, that's Wednesday morning Toronto time. We also do it Sunday evening, which is it's too early in the morning for you. Even for me, it's how it creates that cycle of confidence, right? And what's going to happen is that the more you do this business, the more customers you talk to, the more stories you're hearing, and the more bottles you sell, and the more stories you hear, it starts to build this cycle, this engine that doesn't stop you from going on. And so, really, just being much more plugged in, and just being aware. Like this product has maybe I can do a call where I can share with you some of the most insane stories about our product that I shared in New York, and maybe that'll help you to boost your belief from here to over here. All right.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you, Yulia. Ronen, please.
Just wanted to add And this is a wonderful opportunity that Rene Liaw now is coming in and Dubai. And the more Rene will understand what is unique about the Israeli market, the more he'll understand some of the challenges that we have all been feeling. But this is a part of this question you just brought. You see, it is a rare market with a product like Fountain of Life. After 36 years of networking, it's the first time I see that the majority actually don't have an issue of the tripod of belief on the belief of the product. Most people actually have in the Israeli market, in my opinion, they need strength on the second and the third legs, which are the company, the system, this recruiting thing, this how do we build network thing, how do I handle objection, how do I handle pyramids, and the other part, which I believe is connected to our success, is obviously the belief in ourselves. So if I was to work on anything or put any effort into the network, it's definitely not the first leg of the product, because I believe that Rafael and Galit are doing such an incredible job every Wednesday, and everybody knows, they all know more than me about the products, to break it, HMR7, and they're all healers and naturopaths, and they have their own clinics. And so it's a very interesting market, but definitely because they're all self-employed and have clinics and a very busy life, they never found the plug-in into those simple daily changes that forensic is teaching that can help them to be able to grow over the retail into true recruiting. Being prolific recruiting, being robotic recruiting, not being allowing the emotions to affect you, and all this incredible stuff that you already have online, Rene, but to have it personally live for the Israeli market,
let's do it.
Will be fantastic for sure.
So I apologize. I have to actually get going now. I had another appointment that's waiting for me, but I really appreciate this call. First of all, meeting all of you and seeing all of your faces, of course. And now that I understand, from my first Ronin, I cannot wait to do as much training as possible to get you to that part where you are like a recruiting machine. And so perhaps we can save that for the next call. Let me know whenever you would like me to hop on a training call, and I'm certain we can unlock something up here that's going to let you just go and rip this thing apart. Okay.
Thanks you very much, Rene. Everybody, thank you, Rene. I really appreciate you. We'll be in touch, and we'll see exactly when we can have you back. We'd love to have you back. We'd love to see you in Dubai. And
fantastic.
Thanks for all the inspiration we're getting from you. Very much appreciated.
Okay, well, I can't wait to all Sunday, and we're going to make sure that we just give that you need to get you to the next you. All right. Okay. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you guys soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.